Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we are back once again, and today we have a little bit of a controversy that's going on the internet about DDG. Now, I'm sure you guys probably already saw this video on Hollywood Unlocked, and it's about a woman that told DDG it's not cool to have the Ferrari necklace around his neck. Now, I was watching this stream, I don't know if it was last night or the night before. He was going out to his friend Silky's I think birthday party, and when he was getting ready, I saw him, you know, he had the Ferrari key and he was putting it around his neck. Now, everybody was at that house. You know, they saw him putting it on his neck. You know, all his friends, his family. They didn't say nothing. It's just, you know, DDG being DDG. But in this video, I didn't know it would take off and hit the blogs, and, you know, and I think I look at a lot of the comments and stuff when things hit like the Shade Room and stuff like that. But Hollywood Unlocked is a whole different beast. I'm talking about, it's some women that were commenting on this video that got like major clout, like major aura, like they them ones, you know what I mean? And now I think I understand more of what DDG be talking about when certain people be saying certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not just, you know, the people that in my comment section, you know, saying things about, of course, the Halle, and y'all don't want him with Halle no more, and she needs to be with her man, and da-da-da-da. Okay, I know y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all always on my videos commenting all day long, every day. But it's a whole different type of level of people that be saying stuff like them ones, you know what I'm saying? Commenting saying that Halle dodged a bullet and that DDG a cornball and all that stuff. And I'm thinking it's just, you know, pretty much some kids, some people that kind of grew up with DDG, you know, just the regular family. But I didn't know that it was like celebrities going at them. You know what I'm saying? Like A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities, whatever you want to call them, certified, verified on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The ones. And some of them follow him and they were liking this post. It's crazy. So now I understand why he be so frustrated sometimes, because it's not like it's just a small group. It's not just like it's his DDG world people or just people that watch the YouTube videos. Now it's like the whole world is commenting on stuff like this. Now it's different. Now this is a different league. This is like going from like playing high school football to NFL football. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to people leaving comments. So we're gonna check out this video here that went viral. I don't know how it got to Hollywood Unlocked or why they clipped it and put it on the, you know, their page or whatever. I mean, it worked, you know, I guess clip did go viral. So we're gonna check that video out of DDG pretty much getting checked by this young Asian woman. So let's check this out.
Good.
What's good with you?
Oh my gosh, you did it again.
You might be slow. Oh my gosh, what car do you drive? That is not the method.
I just don't
Just
want
put
to.
that shit in your pocket. I'm not gonna lie, you are not tougher than.
I was waiting on somebody to tell me. You know what I mean? I really was going to keep this shit going until somebody.
That's not.
But you being honest with me though, right?
Of course.
I
There
really
you go. There you go.
But I really respect that. Like, nobody was honest with me tonight. But you.
Nobody said that shit to you?
No. Oh my gosh, you did it again.
Got him. Well, folks, I'm in DDG's defense. I'm gonna say this: the era that DDG actually was born into, I want to say it was kind of like the beginning of Cash Money Records. You know, I think DDG was probably born, what, 97, 98, somewhere up in there. So Cash Money, you know, back that Ass Up came out, what, 99 or something like that, 98, 99. So you get what I'm saying? So he was in that era where it was like cool as Showboat. You know, Lil Wayne, all that bling bling. So he grew up in that era, you know, all the way to everything else. 50 Cent, I Get Money. You know, you get what I'm saying? So it came, he's from that era of being flashy. You know, flashy and flamboyant. I mean, he's from Michigan. Floyd Mayweather's from Michigan. You see how Floyd act. Got 10 bodyguards around him. None of them armed. They're just big dudes around him. Bugattis, mansions in different cities. Like that's what he comes from. You get what I'm saying? He came from nothing. He made something. He made millions, and now he's flexing his wealth. So you know they say that it's just in our bloodline sometimes to be flashy and you know and to be showing off your jewelry and whatever your cars, your houses, whatever you got. You know what I mean? Especially when, like I said, when you come from poverty. You know, because you didn't have it before, now you got it, and now you're just kind of out of control. But I'm not gonna lie, the Ferrari around the neck was a little crazy, you know, especially to be in public. And that's cool if he's just doing it on stream, walking around, you know, the Capaholics mansion and stuff like that. But to be at Silky's party out in the public, of course somebody gonna say something, because your homies around you not gonna really check you or say anything unless you do something super crazy. But that was kind of like, they about that flashy lifestyle. You know, Kelly, that was in this actual video with him, I mean, he's known to have, you know, a lot of money, be in a lot of strip clubs in Miami and just traveling around the world with different girls and doing his thing. You know, he got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't probably see it as a problem, but it's a problem once you step out into the public and people just got on regular shoes like Vans and they don't have on like $1,000 Balenciaga, you know what I'm saying, sneakers and stuff. Just regular people kind of just hanging out. They're going to call you out, you know what I'm saying, because they're not in your circle. They don't care what you say. They don't care how you feel. They're going to address it, and that's what it is. So I think that's what happened when the young lady addressed DDG. Now, like I said, in his defense, it's just the era that he grew up in. Bling bling era was DDG's, you know, initial era when he came into this world, was that bling bling stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cash Money Records. Everything was flashy. You know what I'm saying? Get your roll on. #1 stunner. You know what I'm saying? That's DDG's era that he was born into. So you can only imagine how his mom and maybe his dad was at that time. You know, I think his dad was actually in the studio. I think he was like an engineer in the studio and stuff. So DDG that's all he saw was like stuff about money, cars, and women, you know what I'm saying, and jewelry and stuff like that. So that's what happened. But like I say, you go out in the public, people ain't really on that. They're like, yo, dude, why you got a Ferrari keychain around your neck? Was kind of crazy, but I get it. He's proud he's just proud of his accomplishments. And I'm proud for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely proud of DG. He kind of like paved the way for everybody to kind of get some money, you know, off this internet thing. Nobody really knew what to do with the internet. It's like, we see it here, but, you know, we start watching people like, okay, so they vlogging and this and that, and then it's podcasting and, you know, reaction channels and so forth, so on. So he's one of the pioneers of this. So we can't never say that he don't deserve to show off his wealth, because he does. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eating now. Shout out to DDG, man. Y'all can hate it or love it, man. He still got it. He's still on top. Believe that. But anyway, guys, I definitely just wanted to touch on this video because I did see it come across my desk. But yeah, like I said, he just comes from that era, guys. So this right here, he just went outside and, you know, got put in check. But this doesn't, you know, open up a floodgate for people just to come in the comments and just start stabbing at him, talking about Halle and this, because this has nothing to do with Halle. This absolutely has nothing. He's just wearing his car keychain around his neck. You know, if he was probably on his P's and Q's and was thinking fast, he'd be like, yo, because I don't want nobody to pickpocket me. I keep it around my neck. You know what I'm saying? He could have said something like that versus just having it out with the Ferrari logo showing. I mean, it was kind of crazy, but like I said, he comes from that era. Bling bling, Cash Money, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Birdman, Manny Fresh. That's all I got. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.